Hey guys, welcome back to this Just Survive hotfix for June the 7th live mic coverage. This will be the 180th video in the series of coverage here on the Just Survive game coverage, going back all the way to when the game was H1Z1. As you guys may remember, we couldn't get on the first day, so it goes back to the second day. But suffices to say, I will put a link there in the top right-hand corner for you guys to review any of the games from any of the series going all the way back to day 2 of the coverage here on the channel. I want to thank all you guys for the support you give this channel, all my subscribers, viewers, especially the new arrivals. If you guys are new here to the channel, consider clicking that watermark in the bottom right-hand corner to subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the latest hotfix, along with my impressions and thoughts on the most recent changes that have taken place here, excuse me, to the game here on the test server, because a lot has actually happened. You saw me grabbing some tools, and I will have a reason to do that. But first, let's take a quick gander here at the base. Nothing particularly special about it that I wanted to point out. I've not built a base this size in a while, so I've not done a base tour in quite some time. Along the way there in the video series, I do have the base tour when we used to make our bigger bases. But I can tell you this: because of the changes, which is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, this base took about 28 nails, you heard me correctly, and about 285 wood. So, the time for building, if you are a builder and you enjoy building, this next update is going to be for you, because you will be able to build some pretty awesome bases without spending tons and tons of time out harvesting. So, and I wanted to show you guys what the yields are now. So, you guys may recall like how much we would actually get from like stone and stuff, which was very little. So let's go ahead and just try out this first stone. See, we're getting well, let's go ahead and let's wait for the total here. I'm not going to give you the play-by-play rundown for each swing here. So as you can see, we were able to get 19 stone off 1, 5 zinc, which is a little bit better than what we normally get. I would say this is probably the lower end of what you can expect, because I think I've gotten as high as like even 10 zinc and 4 copper, which sometimes you may not even get copper. So we'll do one more stone here. But I have to say it's really pleasant as far as like if you're like a big builder and you don't want to spend like tons and tons and tons of time on it. So here we go. So our second stone, just a second stone, we're almost to being able to build a foundation. We're at 17 zinc and 6 copper. So yields are very impressive, to include steel, which we'll do next. So let's go ahead and let me wave to everybody, because I accidentally hit the wrong buttons. But as we make the run here to the vehicles, let's go ahead and talk about the hotfix, which the team has added several categories of anti-cheat. So they're always working, the Battle Eye is always working there to help improve gameplay and reduce the cheats that a lot of us experienced, you know, in the early game. There is a better version of recursive destruction. Still haven't really figured out what that is. You guys might remember the old school recursive destruction, where we could, you know, build like the shacks above and then knock out the bottom and have like these awesome shack roofs and stuff. So yeah, not entirely sure what the recursive thing is, unless you're just knocking out certain portions and pieces of the base. Which, incidentally, we will no longer get like those regular yield returns, because as I just mentioned, the base materials are so low, guys. I mean, it's like super, super, super low. For example, I built that whole base with wood, and as I said, 28 nails. Because see, like, roof tile is 1 wood, right? Stairs, 1 wood, 1 nail, and same thing for gates. And walls are 1. Let's see, supports are 1 wood, 1 nail. So you're looking at, like, a really limited selection of things that require nails. Doors, gates, for example, those are all going to require nails. But here's the most impressive. Like, let's go to stairs on stone. Look, 1 of each. 1 wood, 1 steel, 1 nail, 1 stone, 1 sand, and 1 screw. So, if you use your demolition hammer, well, I mean, the demolition hammer now could just arguably just be used strictly for giving permissions on the base, because, yeah, there's no return on that. So, let's go ahead and hit a car and kind of see some pretty good yield. So, 3 stone will grant you enough material to build a foundation right off the bat. And I think, if I recall correctly here, I think I harvested like maybe as many as 4 or 5 stone, just because I wasn't sure, like, didn't really, take a peek at the yields and everything when I was doing it. But then I came up here and started harvesting these cars, and I just did the bridge, because normally I do like this entire bridge and then go past the crossing area there, the checkpoint, and get stuff off those cars, and then go to the road there that goes to the military base, and then hit those cars. And you would usually, you and or I, would have to do that about, okay, so we did 2 cars here. Let me get carried away here. So we did 2 cars. And you can see here, just from the 2 cars, we've got 4 plastic, 60 steel. 60 steel from 2 cars. So, here you see already we have enough to, I think we have enough to, like, build a furnace, don't we? We should have enough, yeah, see, we have enough here to make a barbecue grill already. We already have enough to make, or a furnace. Or you could harvest, like, another 2 cars, and you'd be able to do both the barbecue grill and the furnace. Look at this, though. Look at this. Workbench. 1 wood, 1 steel, 1 nail. Wow. That's, I mean, from a builder perspective, if you like building and stuff, it's awesome. It's really kind of cool. While I'm here on the list, I wanted to show you guys something that someone pointed out to me on Reddit. I apologize, I don't have the handle name. But pointed this out to me. So you have this here, this crater. It's a pretty weird name. Contains 3 random account-bound unlocked crates. Just give up your gators for this crate. Oh, crater. I guess it's, a combination of crate and gators. So you need like 1 aqua gator, 1 purple gator, and 1 pink gator. And you can get that kind of unlock. I think it was like a painting or something too that was something unique about one of the paintings here. But, so as you can see here, the yields are pretty impressive for all you builders there. Look at that awesome sunset. Love the lighting in the game. It is the Forge Light engine, which you can also find in Planet Side 2. Now, I wanted to, welcome all those that are coming here from PlayStation 4. All you PlayStation console players. Thank you guys for your support of the channel. I'm grateful that you guys have swung by and asked tons of questions. God, you guys asked a lot of questions. But the main question was, can we anticipate or could we see JustSurvive on console? Well, to be able to answer that question with any certainty, any degree of certainty, or even maybe levels of plausibility, would be to know, like, how long did it take them to do H1Z1 JustSurvive? I'm guessing probably about a year, maybe a little bit longer to do the console. Now, of course, the teams are divided there, so they don't have like one dedicated team just working exclusively, or the whole entire team. The whole entire team is not working just on one of the games at a time, as it were. They're, they have teams that are working on different parts of the game. And of course, we call them all developers in one lump sum, but you have your designers, you have your art guys, you have your coders. You have different people from different departments. Look at that, 15 copper. Somebody was over here. But we're going to go ahead and grab that. I don't know why they would have left it in there, but hopefully they weren't doing it to store it temporarily, because we're going to pick that up. I'm going to give that to my friend and fellow YouTuber, Tom Girl Gamer. she's been back on. My guildmate Wandering Free has also been back on, so glad to see those guys coming back and playing with me. Also, you guys have also asked me what servers I've been on, and it's really been interesting because I've been getting like a lot of comments on Instagram, getting a lot of comments on Twitter. So before I get sidetracked yet again, let me continue answering the question for all the PlayStation 4 guys and gals that play on console. It's really going to depend on how long it took them to make the H1Z1, and that's not a guarantee. I'm just kind of giving you guys just kind of a rough idea here. But I mean, considering that within the first 24 hours they had what, like 1 million concurrent people that purchased the game, and then what was it, a week later they had 4.5 million. Man, those are some awesome numbers. You cannot just shrug those numbers off. That's impressive. But as far as MMO, you got to go back to SOE way back in the day. I think it was like 2001 when SOE came out with Online Adventures, which was kind of their version of EverQuest. If you guys aren't familiar, EverQuest is the kind of the franchise game of SOE and or Daybreak. Started off as Verant way back in 1999 when I first started playing. But yeah, they came out with a console game called Online Adventures for console, and of course the PlayStation, because now with Daybreak they can build games for whatever platform they want. They can, you know, they can do Xbox if they wanted to. So guys who are interested in this coming to PlayStation, I really don't know, guys. If it took about a year to do H1Z1, the team has been kind of reduced, you know, in the recent layoffs that they just had. So it's really going to be difficult to say whether or not they would pursue it. But those numbers, you know, with those numbers that they were able to produce with H1Z1, it's, you know, I don't want to raise anyone's hopes or be held account to say, hey, Buzz said that this is going to be coming to console, but we'll just have to wait and see. I would encourage you guys that are interested in that question to you know, post on Reddit and you know, see if you can get a dev to answer that question, because I'd like to know too, because I get that question all the time. Can we anticipate? I think that if it were to go to console, I don't really think that you would still have like the capabilities we have here on PC. You know, port games are always going to be different. They're always going to be, you know, there's always going to be different functionalities, and you can see that clearly with H1Z1 Battle Royale and Vehicle Royale. You guys will have to let me know. I've not really like superly looked into the details of it. Is Vehicle Royale also available on PS4? You guys can answer that for me there. So as we move into back into the notes, Hotfix notes, we have, as I mentioned there, the recursive build material basically has changed, and then of course you're no need to use the hammer to regain material, because it's just, you know, you're not going to get one nail and one wood back, because that's basically, you know, you could probably just something they don't want to do. They fixed the shacks. I think I saw one over here. I think Time Girl Gamer was going to build something over here. While we run over here to the shack, I want to mention that the distance still feels to be about the same. So if you guys want to like build close to one another, it's still a pretty decent distance. Now, it looks like this shack is a heck of a lot closer to my base than my base to the other bases, because where I have the base right now is not where I wanted to actually build the base. But I always build in this area. You guys are very astute when it comes to my build locations. I do like this area here near the military base, only because that's, you know, kind of where the game started when it went to Badwater Canyon. So I do like this area. So here's, you know, kind of another really good look of the base here. There was no particular rhyme, reason, pattern, or design to this base. I do like the vaulted roofs, as you guys know. I do like that inner space inside. So this is kind of what I came up with. I didn't want it to be like totally clunky and just be kind of, you know, like a boxy thing, but So I added some little stairs and stuff on there, you know, with only them being 1 nail, 1 wood. Oh yeah, so let's take a look at wood. Which, with the standard axe, I was getting, I think, 6, as much as 6 with, from the little trees. Which, as you know, the little trees would only give you like 2, and if you were really lucky, you might get 4 out of the tiny trees here, right outside the base. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So stuff like this, like harvesting and build materials, would probably be different on PS4. So here we go, 7 wood, and this is because I'm using the double bit axe, which is what I wanted to do. I actually found 2 of these, which is pretty rare. So another question you guys had was, how is loot? It feels about the same. You see I just killed that zombie here. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Zombies are really dialed back. I don't think that I've been hit by a zombie. I've not been damaged by a zombie. That was kind of weird. I don't know what happened there. I think it was kind of a little bit of a hitch. So 8 wood, guys. 8 wood from the little tiny tree. So gathering your wood is, I mean, it's not going to take long at all. You know, 30 trees is basically what I cut down to build the base there. So, zombies. Yeah, zombies, I heard a screamer outside my base when I was on with Tom Girl Gamer the other day, and I didn't go looking for it or anything, but yeah, the zombies are super dialed back. So maybe the team is watching this video and can maybe they'll make some additional changes. So here's 2 zombies. So let's just kind of here, I'll let you guys kind of see it. Wow, we got actually a runner. So here he is. He's just, you know, normally. Well, here we go. Okay, we took a little bit of a hit, 45 damage. Okay, but you know, like, I mean, normally we would be dead by now, pretty much, you know. And don't really want to damage this awesome vest I found, but you know, 86. But also found that there aren't like a lot of runner zombies either. That was like that one you saw there that kind of hitched towards us like that. He probably would have stopped. He probably would have stopped if I ran away from him. You guys might remember, like, back in the day, way back when the game first came out, like if you were being chased by zombies, the tether was pretty small. So once you kind of got out of range of them, they would just stop. So we got 10 wood out of that tree. I thought maybe we would get 12, but I'm thinking that 10 is the max. And for the most part, as you can see, we've not gotten anything less than 10. Here's a zombie that died in the geometry. I'm finding that a lot of them are dying in the geometry too. So that's something to keep in mind. I've not seen a lot of bears, wolves, or deer either since the patch, so that's kind of a little concerning. So we got 10 wood again. Resin and, what is it? Resin and fiber feels about the same. See, we've cut down, what, 3 different trees. Look at that. We've cut down 3 different trees. I think, guys, if I was paying attention there. Well, we cut down the small trees, too. So, there you go. 55 wood already from just a few of those trees and whatnot. So, shifting a little bit of gears. Here for the channel. Guys, thank you so much. I say this often, but I don't say it really enough. I mean, I would have to say it constantly because I do appreciate how you guys help out the channel. And the ways you guys can do that is on my main channel, I have a Amazon button. And what's so great about being an Amazon influencer is that this allows you guys to, you know, utilize your Amazon accounts. You know, if you have a regular Amazon account or you have a Prime account, you can just go to that button there on my main channel page, on my banner, and, you know, you can peruse what I have as far as my gear and peripherals and things that I use and have reviewed on my channel. So you guys can see, like, what mics and headsets and things that I use and enjoy. And you guys can use your Prime accounts to, you know, place your orders for your favorite items and, you know, your music and television shows and things that you stream, and all that's right there. Super, super convenient. And it's a great way not only to help, help me out, but other, some of your other fellow YouTubers and gamers that are out there. Because right now we're going through a pretty challenging time here on YouTube. And, so a lot of us are, really kind of asking a little bit of extracurricular help from you guys. So thank you so much for your patience when we talk about those things, because I know it can seem kind of like, oh, you guys just play games and whatnot, but it is a lot of work. Like these live mics are kind of fun and enjoyable to bring to you guys. These are, I'm able to do a lot more of these than, maybe even some of the more standardized updates, because I can just come on here, turn the record on and just ramble somewhat incoherently, but I try to be as articulate as possible so you guys aren't getting just junk, because that's just kind of the way I do the channel. I appreciate your guys' suggestions on other games. Like, for example, Tom Girl Gamer, she covers 7 Days to Die and other kinds of games. So I do appreciate your guys' suggestions, and I know you guys want the channel to succeed as well. So I really appreciate you guys sharing the games and sharing the channel and likes and all the things that you guys do. And it's really great to hear from you guys on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you guys for contacting me. Another one of the questions you guys ask me often is, do I play with other players, and how do I do that? Well, I belong to a pretty big guild. The Old Timers Guild is the name of the guild that I play with. Wow, another katana. So I guess loot is pretty darn good, guys. This is why I wanted to come up here, to kind of run up here and show you. What can I put away and still grab the katana? Wow, that's okay. Well, there you have it. I hope that answers your guys' questions on how loot is. Look at that, Bowies, and the double bit axe we already had, and then we picked up some purple green camo padded pants. Well, I'm out of room, so let's run back to the base, and we'll go ahead and kind of wrap this up a little bit. But PS4 people, hang in there. I mean, I don't know if we can see the game going to PS4, because it would probably take, maybe a year, maybe a little bit longer to do an MMO version of the game, along with the fact that the team is smaller after the layoffs and stuff. So my personal opinion about it going to console, I don't have any issues with it, to be totally honest with you. I mean, as a matter of fact, you guys have been coming here asking me tons of questions about the game, so I guess it would probably help out. As far as like gaming and the channel, I am looking at real closely at Battlefield. We should learn a lot more here. E3's coming up on June the 12th, which will be next Tuesday. Really looking forward to seeing what what's going to be offered from some of the games. I heard an interesting rumor. You guys can go check it out on Boogie229H's channel. That's Boogie2298. I'm sure you guys probably know who he is if you are regular YouTube users and gamers. You probably know who he is. He said that it looked like Blizzard might be coming out with a RTS version of Diablo. Well, Diablo already is an RTS, isn't it? Maybe coming out with a RPG, or wait, what am I talking about? Let me rephrase that. It looks like maybe Blizzard may be turning Diablo into an MMO. That's really what I was really trying to get at. I was trying to make it more complicated than it really was. So that's kind of interesting. Now, we're not going to know. We're not going to have like any kind of confirmation on that. I need to make a weapons crate too. I've not done that yet. But now that I have all these materials from talking to you guys, I don't like these camo pants. I have to change those out once I empty them out or whatnot. So, but so I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know if if I'd play Diablo. I do have Diablo 3. Remember getting up like super early in the morning to go buy it. Loaded it, played it for about 20 minutes, and never came back and played it again. Pretty funny. So I ended up, you know, uninstalling it. Not that I have anything against the game. I think it's kind of cool and stuff. But I do like Blizzard. I did play WoW back in the day. Played my share of EQ, of course. But I did play WoW. I thought it was a great game. I wasn't like superly overly concerned about the graphics and whatnot. I thought the graphics were just fine. I thought they were, you know, suited the game. So I did enjoy it. Thought it was a lot of fun. And I am looking for, you know, other games to cover and stuff. I hope you guys have been enjoying Civilization 6. That's kind of a pretty big transition for you guys that are more, you know, first-person shooter types, MMO shooter types, to go to like something like a turn-based game like Civ 6. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for the in-game live mic portion. More fertilizer can also be anticipated from the patch, and so I mean, if you guys are out there looking for fertilizer too, but there you go. There's a look at the base and what I was able to do with about 285 wood and 28 nails. That's going to wrap it up for this June 7th Hotfix and Live Mic segment. If you guys haven't already, be sure you click on that watermark and or channel icon you see appearing here on the screen so that you guys can subscribe to the channel. And then click that bell for those notifications. That way you guys will know when the next video has been uploaded. This way you'll have all the information out of Daybreak and JustSurvive.